Okay, YouTubers, this is Joe from ArtAlienTV. Another quick game of Interplanetary I Spy going on here. And today we are looking at this image from Seoul 2009, which is a very recent image. We only got this image about the end of last week, a few days back. So here we have it, and you can see the rover in the image here. So the rover mass cam is looking straight down at the ground at these clay and mineral kind of deposits on the ground, and rocks and pebbles and things. And what drew me to this image initially was this rather shiny gold looking object, which could be like iron pyrites or some other kind of mineral, but that's nothing special. You see that all over the place on Mars. In fact, some of it is probably actually gold, real gold, not fool's gold. And then I spotted this thing here. Now obviously you've already seen this on the front cover, so you should already be familiar with the shape of it. This is quite small. I would say this is only 2 or 3 inches, but what we have here is what looks like a small head of a statue or figurine, a small statue. Okay, so I'm going to show you the folder now, which I got here, and I've taken some clips. I show the raw image first, which is this one, which I just showed you. It's not great quality as usual, but it's not terrible either. I would say the only reason it's reasonably clear is because the image is taken close up, but it's not really in focus, and you can clearly see a chin, mouth, a nose, an eye, a head coming around, and a very clear ear here. So I'm going to show you the enhancements now. Let's go to that one. This has just been brightened considerably and color corrected. So it's gone quite blue, and you can see the detail here. You can see the eye. The eye is a little bit vague, but you can see the mouth detail and the ear detail, the chin. I initially thought this might be a helmet or something, but it's not. It looks like made of stone. It looks like it's made of stone and carved, because that's very thick here. If this was a helmet, I would expect there to be a dark shadow coming right across to here. But yeah, it looks like a statue. Let's flick through again to the much darker image here. That's got a lot more contrast in it, and that brings out the shape. You can see the eye, a very small, narrow nose, pronounced lips and chin. Chin coming round. It's got a slight point to it there, which is unusual. Now, of course, it may be a statue of someone wearing a helmet. It may have been a statue of a warrior, perhaps a female warrior. It has slightly female features, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. And it's got this kind of detail here coming round, as if this was like a visor, like a full face kind of bassinet type helmet, but with a face on the front. Who knows? So it could have been an actual statuette of a warrior woman wearing armor. I have found other helmets in the area, so it could be. Who knows? It doesn't get that clear, even when you look at the larger one here. I've got a larger enhancement. It doesn't get particularly clear because these images are out of focus, and nothing is quite in focus with these pictures for some stupid reason. I don't know why they don't focus the camera more. But there's the real close-up, and you can see that line that comes along down there. It goes round the ear, like a join. It's almost as if this is part of a visor almost. But yeah, interesting. That eye, you can just about see a pupil in it there. And I really haven't done much to this image, darken it. Let me show you the raw clip again, just to prove I haven't done much to it. It looks muddy. They used the nasty orange filter, which destroys detail and destroys definition in the images. So these images are not standard images. They are a standard image like you would get on your computer, or your computer screen would run on RGB, red, green, blue. These are RGBO. In other words, they have an orange filter added as well, which makes everything this mucky, horrible, muddy, pinky brown sort of orangey colour. which is quite horrible. And in fact, I've spent so many years now looking at these images, my eyesight is starting to get a lot worse as a result, because the orange filter does something to your eyes, and it really does strain your eyes looking at out of focus pictures. So yeah, you zoom in and it looks pretty fuzzy, but there's enough detail here to determine that this is a statue head, because it's quite close up. Now if this was much further away, of course it would be so tiny you wouldn't even notice it. I'm really looking forward to the new rovers that are going up there. One's going up in 2020 apparently, but the Russians have hinted they might get up there next year in 2019. So things are hotting up. The space race is back on, people. So we might get some real results. But yeah, there we have it. A small statue that looks like a kind of female with a kind of big eye there. A fine nose. Some interesting mouth detail there with a kind of smile. And quite a defined chin and ear. And yeah, I thought that was really cool. And there's like a little detail here. So it's almost like it's a statue of someone, like I said, wearing a helmet, and they've got these kind of clips on it here, which kind of look like they've been carved into it to resemble someone wearing a helmet, which was possibly of a female warrior. This was my previous video, which isn't doing very well for some reason. I actually think this may be being censored because of the content. We have here a giant skull of sort of a humanoid alien kind of hybrid looking creature here, with a very clear jaw, eye sockets, nasal cavity, maxilla, teeth, brow ridges. It's definitely a skull, fossilized into this kind of mud rock here, which is kind of all dried out and hardened. It's a fossil, and it may be millions of years old. Don't know how old it is, absolutely no way of telling, but it must be pretty old to be in that state and fossilized in the rock, so it must be pretty old. So check that out. That's called Mars Life Uncovered, NASA Deception Busted Part 1. I will be doing a part 2 to this soon, and adding some more images and going back over some of the stuff in this video. This is crazy. Let me play the enhancement of that, because what I did is I selected round it and then colorized it, and there we are, just so you can see it more clearly. Okay, because a lot of people are viewing these on quite small devices, so you have to do this. I get criticised for it, but there's no way around it. You have to do it because you want people to see clearly what's in the image, and there we have it. Resembling, I would say, almost the Ripley's son from the Aliens films. A sort of human-alien hybrid. But this is very large. This is this is something like 2 feet across. So if this was a humanoid type creature, which it does resemble, and it had similar proportions to humans, in other words, the head should measure into the body times about 6 or 7 times, about 7 times actually on an adult, then that would make this very tall. That would make this person something around 14 or 15 foot tall. Assuming this is a 2 foot skull, it may be a bit less, but I estimate it to be about 22 inches. I don't know exactly, but it's very, very large. It's much larger than any of the other humanoid skulls that I found on Mars. Way, way bigger. Most of those are only about 4 or 5 inches. This is really large. This is a giant. There's also this thing as well, which is doing actually quite well. The boot found on Mars, pirate style. This was a week or 2 ago. I brought this out. And this is actually very near to what we're looking at today, the small statuette. This is literally only meters away. There's the enhancement. There we have it. Laces, 1, 2, 3. Probably had a zip. This is fossilized into the mud. Don't know how long it's been here. Could have been there a million years, could have been there 100 years, don't know. Does look like a boot, and the detail here is far too specific, I think, for it not to be. Because you even have this detail here of the sole where it joins there. See that? See that shadow? And the heel. So there we are. I mean, perhaps this belonged to a woman as well. And I'm really pleased because this does look like a female statuette. And so far, nearly all the statues and the heads that I found look male. And it's really nice to actually find one that looks like female, because I was getting a bit worried. Getting a bit worried about these Martians. I haven't found any evidence of females, but now we're finding things that look female, i.e. items of clothing and statuettes and things. So that was good, because that kind of rounds things off for me, in my mind anyway. But then you have things like this, which are really scary. I mean, oh my God. When I found this, I actually felt slightly ill for a while, and it scared me. It really did scare me, because I realised what I was looking at and how big this thing is. And the teeth detail on it is just insane. It's just insane. And it's quite a good quality image, this one. So check that out, because I'm sure this is getting censored, even though I didn't put the name Skull in the title of the video, because if you do, your videos get censored. I didn't put it in the title, but they've obviously read the description. It says Skull in the description, and I also mentioned skulls in the video, and they do use artificial intelligence to scan what you're saying in videos, as well as to scan the images that are in the videos as well. So there's definitely some kind of censorship going on here, and I think YouTube or Google are secretly restricting some of these videos. I'm absolutely sure of it, because this video got like 10,000 views in a few days, and this one only got about 3,000. So it seems that some subjects are not getting the coverage, and the videos aren't coming up in your feed. So please let me know if you're a subscriber. Let me know if you're getting notifications, and if you're not getting notifications about my videos, go to my channel and press on the bell. That's the one I just showed you a clip of here. Mars Life Uncovered, the pirate boot. There's also this Mars mummy. There's also loads of other crazy things. There's another skull here, but I'm absolutely sure that the videos that I'm publishing with skulls and fossils in, and mummified heads and things like that, are being censored, because maybe they're too controversial, and I don't know. That's what it seemed like to me, because when I do a video about buildings on Mars, they do really, really well, really quickly, and get loads of views. But when I show one of these things, like I got here on my channel art here, one of these skulls or statues, the videos don't do very well for some reason. So please let me know, because I have had people say that they've been giving thumbs up to my videos, and the thumbs up counter has been going down. Now, and also I've been uploading videos, and it goes up to sort of about 1,000, and the views drop. So it seems like Google are taking some of the views away for some reason, and some of my thumbs up aren't showing up, or the counter is doing the opposite, and it's going down instead of up when you're pressing up. So there's some fishy stuff going on with Google and YouTube. So please let me know if you've noticed anything, and anything strange when you're giving a thumbs up to a video, or trying to comment, that kind of thing, because there is something that doesn't add up here, and I'm sure some of these things are being censored. That's a statue. It's pretty unmistakable. Nose, mouth, chin, ear, head, and even in the raw image you can see it really clearly once you know it's there. And what else can I say? It looks like a female. So I'm really pleased that we've actually got some evidence of females on Mars now, and they didn't all come from Venus. After all, it looks kind of clearer from that sort of distance. So thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you soon.